knew the job was to finish the opportunities you had and couldn't quite do that tonight. What's eluding you?
Yeah, well, the opportunity were there, especially there was two clear ones in the first half and one in the second half. And we lose the game by 6 points, so obviously every opportunity would have changed the score in our favor. But obviously my concern is it's much more the set piece and the scrum in the second half and the line-out in the first half. I thought we were clearly dominated, so it's really difficult at this level with a set piece that it's without quality ball to win the game.
How alarming is that they were so dominant in those two areas?
No, it's almost weird because it's where I wouldn't say that we're dominant, but we're pretty clinical in the lineouts, and the scrum was pretty good last week, so it's not alarming.
What did you make of the Wallabies' defence?
Good, pretty physical. Maybe Pablo can answer that better than me, but even though obviously they gave us opportunities, but it was much more from turnover or lost ball or situations of that type than from a structured defense. I thought it was good.
Pablo, why do you think there were so many handling errors tonight from both sides?
I think the ball was a little bit slippery.
Yeah.
Slippery. Yeah. We were a little bit.
They were not controlling the pace of the game. They were rushing themselves. And
yeah, a little bit too nervous. I think we needed to be a little bit more patient to score points when we were there, and we lost too many balls in their field. The first time they get inside our territory, they score a try. It was the first time, and we've been there 4 times before them, and we didn't make points. So that's another way.
Pablo, was it that you were trying to rush the play a little bit too much compared to last week, where you were a little bit more patient against the All Blacks and were able to control the ball much more?
Yeah, obviously we wanted to be a little more aggressive in the line, and we didn't do it the right way. We lost too many balls. Just need to grab the ball and it will be another game.
Mario, you obviously played the All Blacks last week, and Australia will head there in a couple of weeks' time. How do you rate their chances?
well, I always thought the same about Australian depth. I think they have a great squad, and on any given day they can beat anybody. So they'll have, I'll say, if they play at home, I'd say 50-50 or even more. They beat them already in the past, so there's no reason why they shouldn't beat them. And obviously they played a pretty scrappy game against the South Africans today. Got a couple of injuries apparently. Retallick is out, so I'd say that they're building up nicely, the Wallabies.
And what about Argentina? How are you building up to the World Cup?
Look, we're trying to integrate the guys that haven't played for 2.5 months. So the guys from overseas, obviously, our guys played a lot of minutes in this Super Rugby, and they went to the finals. So they had 3 extra games. So they're pretty tired. So it's been challenging. So it's pretty good timing to get this week off and recover a little bit and go hard again against South Africa next week.
Well, you played Australia twice last year. Were you at Gold Coast and Salta?
Yeah.
Can you tell me if you notice any difference between the team you played twice last year and the team you played tonight?
I think they were a little bit more direct, maybe. have big guys. I remember last year they went from one side to another, and today they were a little more direct and used the big guys to break the line. They played closely to the ruck. Virginia played really well in that space and used the backs and the forwards to break the line close to the ruck. And I remember last year maybe they used to play a little more a wider game maybe.
What's it like trying to defend Karevi, Kurudrani, like these ball runners in the middle there, as opposed to another passing sort of midfielder? Is it tough?
Yeah, obviously they're great players. Always tough to defend those kind of players. I think they played a really good game today, and they break the line several times. So obviously it was tough. We need to make it better.
Pablo, your coach mentioned a bit a week ago, I think, that you might enjoy playing.
Stop. I think it's not. It's not the moment. I don't think it's good timing. I know what you're gonna say, but it's just a joke during the week. I don't think that we are here to answer those kind of questions. I'm sorry.